As Week 14 of the 2024 NFL season approaches, fantasy football managers face critical roster decisions with playoff implications on the line. While adding players from the waiver wire can provide a much-needed boost, making the right call on who to drop is just as important. Here's an in-depth look at 6 players under the microscope and whether they deserve a spot on your roster. Gus Edwards has been a frustrating case for fantasy managers this season. After the Chargers lost J.K. Dobbins to injury, many expected Edwards to take over as the clear lead back. However, his Week 13 usage raised concerns. He led the team in carries, but just barely, with 6, while Kimani Vidal had 4, and quarterback Justin Herbert surprisingly logged 5. Despite the underwhelming workload, Edwards remains a hold. The Chargers' run game is in flux, and Edwards could see an uptick in volume as the team adjusts. With his ability to grind out tough yardage and find the end zone, he still holds flex value, particularly in deeper leagues. The Broncos' passing game continues to be inconsistent outside of star wideout Courtland Sutton, and Devon Vele has been no exception. After a promising stretch earlier in the season, Vele managed only 4 targets in Week 13. With the Broncos entering a bye week and Vele's role remaining unclear, it's safe to move on from him. There are likely more reliable options available on the waiver wire, especially for managers in need of immediate production heading into a crucial week. Despite showing flashes of potential earlier in the season, Demario Douglas has yet to deliver the kind of consistent performances fantasy managers crave. Week after week, he has failed to capitalize on opportunities, leaving him a non-factor in most matchups. Unless you're in a deep league or have no viable alternatives, it's time to let Douglas go. His ceiling simply doesn't justify the roster spot, especially with the playoffs looming. Kareem Hunt has had a limited role in the Chiefs' offense, especially with Isaiah Pacheco back as the lead rusher. However, Hunt remains a valuable insurance policy. Should Pacheco miss any time, Hunt would instantly become a must-start player in fantasy leagues. While it's tempting to free up a roster spot, savvy managers know that depth at running back is critical this time of year. Stash Hunt on your bench and hold out for potential late-season opportunities. Kyle Pitts continues to be one of the most polarizing players in fantasy football. After a stretch of strong performances earlier in the season, his production has dwindled, with just 12 targets over the past 4 games. For many managers, this level of inconsistency is maddening. However, the tight end position remains thin, and it's unlikely you'll find a better replacement on the waiver wire. Pitts still has the talent to produce a breakout game and is worth holding onto, though he may be better suited for your bench until he shows signs of life.